Getting off the ship today in Kodiak, Alaska. And there's a little bit of rain falling. We're on a tour called Kodiak by foot. And what it means is they're going to let us ride a bus into town and walk around on our own with a map. So, not truly exciting, but anyway. Hi. These people are in charge though, remember that. So we're here in Kodiak, Alaska with these people. Here's the pink fire engine named Miss Linda. How do I know? Because it says right there. Plus we were here 2 months ago. So anyway, if your ship docks south of here like our ship did, there'll probably be a school bus to bring you right here to the Visitor Information Center. And from here in there you can get information and maps, Kodiak. We're gonna go on up this way. Right there is the Kodiak National Wildlife Refuge Visitor Center. I think I heard them say it costs $1 to get in there. We're actually going to cross that bridge onto Near Island, where there are some hiking trails. And this is the Kodiak History Museum. I heard that the Frederick Sloan Sargent family home is the oldest house in Alaska. And it might look just like that. She told me.
Yes.
Passing the Frederick Sloan house, said to be the oldest house in Alaska. I don't know if that's correct or not. And we're coming up here to one of these old Russian Orthodox churches. See that? We're at the Blue Dome Church. And we've got an array of bells here. Some of them cracked pretty well. Looks like they've cemented that one down. It's ringing. Look at that. And they've got this cross here. Let the bells ring, it says. So let's walk up in here and see what we have.
Yeah, so it is a bit complicated. A little bit. She's a joy, and she does things that I couldn't do.
So this is the picket fence outside the Holy Resurrection Church, if that's the name. And we're gonna make a right here.
We have to go to this house.
And cross the bridge. Janet says we have to go this way, so let's go. Of course, there's a crosswalk there if you want to be safe. That's the Alutiiq Center, the natives of here. And that's a rescue helicopter, I think, Coast Guard. Another view of the church though. Came up the street there from the church, and this is a little native park full of fish. And I believe it tells the story of the Alutiiqs, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But that's the word. Pronounce it the way you want. You got some benches here. And if you have the druthers, you could pick up that flute and play it. I'm not going to. You can see the ship. So I think that's where ships park when they come to Kodiak. I'm not sure. That's where it parked the last time we were here, on a different ship. We came from down around the corner. We've come to Rezanoff Drive, and I guess we were on Mill Bay Road. So Rezanoff Drive is where the Near Island Bridge is. And I don't know if they really call it that, but it's the bridge to Near Island. So I'm going to call it that. Near Island Bridge Road. And that's it where that truck just turned. And we'll be crossing that ourselves in just a moment. Crossed off Rezanoff Road on the Near Island Bridge Road. And it's a big bridge. Well, I guess compared to other bridges, it's not that big. You see ocean or harbor over there. And there's our ship off in the distance there. You can see it right there. We're going to cross over here. There's supposed to be some hiking trails over there. We're going to check them out. There's also an aquarium with a touch tank. So now we're sort of in the middle of the bridge, up over the water. You can see the ship maybe better off there in the distance. The blue domes of the church. The Trident Seafoods building right there in front, in the middle. And Near Island, right there. So we've crossed the bridge, and that is the Fred Zaroff Memorial Bridge, just so you know. And welcome to Near Island, it says. And there are supposed to be hiking trails right here. So let's see what's up. There's a blue sign over there. There's a path going off down there, but and a parking lot here. There's the bridge. North End Park has beaches, trails, and picnicking, but no camping. So we'll walk down along here for a little way. And it says to watch for dinos. Let's look at the map here. So this must be the bridge, and we are here. So we're gonna walk down along there, maybe all the way up to the seaplane port. I don't know. All I can tell you for sure is pack it in, pack it out. There's a tree that tipped over. Actually, a couple of trees. Huh. This is definitely an old growth forest. So there's two trails we can go on. We're gonna take the high road and maybe end up going down there. I would recommend, if you're coming here, you take a picture of that map back there on that sign. I didn't, but I don't think we'll get lost here. As long as my GPS on my phone works, right? It's a nice forest. Everything is covered with moss. I mean, the fallen logs, the soon to be fallen logs. Wait, my shoes. Oh no, they're not. We've only been walking for a couple of minutes. The trail winds through the forest and it goes up and it goes down. Here's an up. So I could see the water down there. It says please stay on trail. I'm thinking a lot of people run off that way. There's a signpost up ahead. Next stop, somewhere in Kodiak. North End Trails. Oh, and there's a couple of them. Channel Side Trail. I think we'll take Channel Side. When we get out from under the canopy, it's sprinkling a little now. But just a little. But you can hear it. You can also hear traffic on the bridge. This is what's left of the berries. And here's a picnic table. I'm not sure when the last time anybody sat here and ate was. But it's here. So the path we chose seems to be going back to the bridge. I thought it was going to go down to the water, but we turned around. We're going to go back and take the other trail, the one on the right, which maybe is the right trail. Who knows? We took the Channel Side Trail and it looped back that way. So now North End Trails, which is the high road in this case, or the one on the right. And it seems to go back uphill. But imagine they eventually all lead to the beach. The split in the trails was right back there, past some people, and now there's another split in the trail. And it's completely unmarked. So again, we're gonna go left. To the right seems to go back out in the open. Although I don't know if you could tell, but we've lost our forest. Now we're in these kind of trees, which I should know what they're called, but I don't. Still berry vines. Some still with berries. So this trail comes back out in the open too. We've come to some steps, and there's something of a lookout here. So we'll go out. I wasn't recording, but a bald eagle just flew right over us. That's a seagull out there. It's more seagulls. And a seaplane, perhaps. So we're going to go on down further and hope for the best. We came from up there. The trail continues on up that way. And then there's this stairway that's going to lead us down to the beach. And I don't know if you want to call these rocks a beach. Lead us down to the ocean. It almost looks like at high tide that would be a separate island over there. So there weren't very many stairs, 30 maybe, steps. And it looks like I said before, if this filled in with water, that would be a separate island. So I don't know if there's hiking trails over there or not. That looks muddy down there. We're going to head off here. Of course, that's Kodiak. There's some boats in dry dock there. Oh, this kind of seaweed with the bubbles that keep it afloat. Some people were saying they'd never seen seaweed like this. I'm guessing they don't live in California. The snails on there eating it. So Not much of a surf beach. At least not today. Rain's picked up a little. Janet sees something. Not sure what. She says jellyfish. You know what mussels are, right? These are some little baby ones. That's what they are right there. She did find some jellyfish. See them? Beached up here. There's 4 here, and one there, and one up there, and another up there. Big one right there. Let's get a close look. Blah. Of course, they can still sting you, but I'm going to have to get a tentacle. I think we're going to try to go up through this grass here. It looks like a trail. Or at least cross over to there and see what's on that side. Maybe we'll see it there. There's the stairway we came down. We walked on that beach there. This looks like a trail. So we're going to walk this way a little way and see what we find. At least it's dry up here, sort of. And we're back in the pine forest, or spruce, or cedar. Got to do a little bit of climbing here. Natural stairs made by the roots. So here's a fallen tree. So I guess that's a trail up there maybe. We're going to go off this way though. You can see the forest. We're back in it. Definitely back in it. So we've come upon an old truck and some cables. That looks like an inline 6. Let me walk through it here. I'm not going to try to figure out what it is. It's an old truck. Now here it's like a trail's going in every single direction. I think we should go off this way. Whoa.
That's an accident waiting to happen.
I got my foot underneath one of those roots and I almost went down. And I don't know if they're trails. It looks like people have walked this way. I mean, the sign said stay on the trails, but what constitutes a trail? This looks well worn. The forest here is really nice though. Just void of wildlife. Although I heard something over here, but I think it was just a bird. Chipmunk. So off that way, I see the water down there all the way around. I think we'll go off this way. We'll be on the other side of the island then. Yeah, we're gonna go down. There's little pine cones, or maybe they're spruce cones, or maybe they're cedar cones. But they look like pine cones to me. So I'm coming out on a cliff. Maybe you don't want to come out here, so that I can look out at the water and more islands. One's got a house on it. Right there. So let's go back around this way. See the mushrooms? They're all mashed. There's a nice one. We're gonna have to squeeze through these branches here. Walk through the grass. A lot of movement in that water for some reason. I'm not sure. You. Kind of smells here. Well, we got through here and it looked like a trail, but we don't want to walk through the mud down there. I think it'd be mud. So we're going to back up and go back the way we just came. So this is about where we came in. Some more tipped over trees. Sort of tipped over. They're still alive though. Because they're not all the way over, I guess. So we're going to cut back that way. Walk back past the truck and we've come to probably the main trail. So we're going to walk back this way some more on it. It looks like we're going to cross another isthmus to another island, or what might be an island if the tide were higher. So as you can see, look at that rock formation. But there's a rocky beach on each side and a little forest on a little almost island. A few minutes ago we were going along there. Then we backed up and went through the forest there and came back out on this trail, which made a lot more sense, just so you know. So it feels like we're really in the wilderness now. See there, it's like slate. Remember Fred Flintstone's boss at one time was Mr. Slate. I know that's important. Anyway, the older stuff, I guess, has moss growing on it and grass. Pick up a piece of it here without getting stuck. So there it is. Just, I'm guessing it is slate. I don't know. Came from up in there, across this rocky beach. That's the slate. We're sitting in more of it. I'm gonna go off this way right now. Janet found herself a shell. She's excited. I'm gonna go through here. It looks like it might be slippery or not. This little bush growing out here on the rock. And of course his friends. So it looks like it would be slippery, but it's not slippery at all. It's a little rocky. Janet says the seaweed is slippery, but there isn't any here. Barnacles. You know how well they grip. Like Barnacle Bill the Sailor. See, barnacles and mussels. Barnacles and mussels. And the bigger ones are out there. The seaplane's getting ready to take off. I think it's going to come right over us. There he is. Kind of an interesting runway. Off into the wild blue yonder. I know you want to get a closer look at these rocks, so I'm going to walk out here. maybe through the water, maybe stand on some barnacles. Maybe go down low so you can see it. Barnacles and mussels. Barnacles and mussels. See a squirrel? It's on that down tree now. He's coming to have a look at us. Oops. Well, I slipped and scared him. Anyway, we're gonna start to head back on these trails. Still hear him. We're back to the stairway we came down. Of course, there's town right there. This is the mud flat we didn't want to cross. Somebody is crossing it. We were right over there, so we walked around in a big loop, and then we came back because we didn't want to cross through the mud. We just walked up the stairs. We came from that way originally, so we're going to go off this way, which is up these steps. Stairs, steps. You know, they were like this. And now we're heading off here through this little tunnel. Into the darkness. Oh, bird. Well, there's a lot of these trail markers. There's one up there. There's a fork in the trail there. I'm not sure where. Let's go this way. I know the water's just right over there, so this one probably just loops around and comes back. So this trail makes a downward spiral to a little wooden bridge. So we're going to come down at least and look at the bridge. I don't see water running under it. Definitely no salmon. Oh, there is a little bit of water in there, but they're just puddles. Little trickle. And then it goes off that way. There is a trail marker here though, but I have a feeling if we go off this way, we're going to end up coming back this way. Another trail marker there. So we're going to turn around and go the other direction. So this was the fork in the path. That trail there led down to that little wooden bridge. We're now going up this way. I think this will wind back around to that parking lot eventually. There's another bridge, but no water. Troubled or otherwise. Back in the tall forest again. And a parking lot. But I don't believe this is where we started. Although there's that blue trash can. So yeah, we are back where we started, just like that. So we realized if we'd crossed the wooden bridge, we could have walked along a little ways and it would come out over there somewhere. The main bridge there to Near Island is right there. We're going to walk down this road a little bit and go to the Fisheries Research Center Aquarium. I think it's just right up here a little bit. Remember, we're on a little island, so can't be too far. So we came down from the bridge right there. We've only walked for 5 minutes. And I don't think this is it. Janet says, but I don't know that this is it. Again, we only walked 5 or 10 minutes from the bridge, so it's not very far. They told us in town that this is nothing fancy. It's more about the fisheries. then the aquarium. This must be the place. A lot of people drove here. So you know there's the sign that makes it so. And that's the person that runs the place. Leave no trace.
Oh!
That is noisy.
Yeah, well, it lets me know the door is shut. Sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
So.
So that's a young humpback whale skull. If you ever wondered. Looks like the Punisher. Right? Anyway. There's a bald eagle. I think he's dead. Here's a map of Kodiak Island. I'm honestly not sure what part of it we're on. Lots of information here. Mallard duck. National Marine Fisheries Service. Kodiak Lab offices. So we're going downstairs at the fisheries. There are a bunch of stuffed fish in front of us. And I believe those are all salmon. Salmon, salmon, salmon. Some of them are quite large. That's a pretty one. And the life cycle of the salmon is here. And I guess that's where they live. And these are skates, juvenile skate research at Kodiak Lab. Of course, there's a laboratory there. An aquarium. And this big aquarium. Look at those crabs. Those are bigger than they had in Seward.
Look at this fish.
Janet says, look at the fish in the barrel. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Here's one out.
Anyway, this is the touchy-feely part. I could touch a crab. Does? Don't want to break any legs off. There's a little crab down there. Well, since this is a GoPro, we can go in. So that's it. Just to be clear, that's a crab. But it said I could handle the animals, so, and keep animals over the water, so you can pick them up. I don't know if I'd pick up a crab, you know, they're gonna pinch you, perhaps. Oh, look at that crab there. You can see that. I don't want to stick this in the water again, I just dried it off. But, so I didn't do anything wrong. You're allowed to touch these and pick them up if you can. And just hold them over the water. That was the aquarium in Kodiak. Not very big, but kind of cool to touch the crabs and stuff. We're gonna head back across the bridge and down to the visitor center and hop on a school bus and head back to the ship. So if I don't see you again today, Fort Monkey's out from Kodiak, Alaska. Bye. That's it. The Fish and Game was the next building down. We went right in there, and now Janet noticed it does say aquarium right there in little tiny letters. So we saw that and weren't sure where to go, so we went on down. So it does say aquarium. Janet thinks it's down there. Let's walk down there. But first, let's look at these flowers. Okay, let's go down there. So this says Alaska Department of Fish and Game, but I don't see anything about an aquarium here either. There was that building we walked by. Now we're at this building. There is a road going down that way and another one going down that way. Let's see if we can figure it out. And there's bear sealing, whatever a bear sealing means. I found a bear. So this is the Department of Fish and Game here. They have fish on display. They do have an aquarium. Just we got your sport, fish, and wildlife, and over here is salmon and herring. So two important divisions to the Department of Fish and Game. But it was the building we walked by and ignored totally. Kind of a nice piece of art.